Watering gardens is my line, says Green Thumb J. McGrew. But when you want to quench your thirst, then here's the thing to do.
You ought to make friends with Valley Forge, the beer with a wonderful flavor. Make friends with Valley Forge. Do yourself a big favor.
It's pale, it's light, it's smooth.
It always tastes just right, so you ought to make friends with Valley Forge, the beer with a wonderful flavor.
When friends drop in, invite them to make friends with Valley Forge. If they're like most people today, they like a modern beer, a beer that's pale, light, smooth. Yes, they like Valley Forge beer because every drop is brewed especially to suit the modern taste. For thirst-quenching refreshment, for downright satisfaction, there's just nothing quite like Valley Forge beer. In fact, the most a host can do for friends is serve Valley Forge.
So you ought to make friends with Valley Forge, the beer with a wonderful flavor.
I'd like fortune cookies and Genesee beer.
You crazy Genesee beer with fortune cookies?
Why not? I like Genesee beer. It's good with everything.
Oh, I call manager. You crazy, you flip your lid? Why you want Genesee beer with fortune cookies?
Because Genesee beer is naturally more refreshing. Because Genesee beer is made with Hemlock Lake water, purest natural brewing water in the USA, and hop blossoms from the Sacramento Valley, and nature's finest barley. Brew them all in a special way, and you've got Genesee beer, the one beer that combines lightness with flavor.
Okay, mister, but let me ask you one thing. How can Genesee beer combine lightness with flavor? Concentrate, madame. When did you lose your little dog?
What little dog? I don't have a little dog.
Then why have you come to Swami?
To find out the secret, of course.
The secret? You mean the Jenny secret? Ah, for this, Swami must go into a trance. That is Hemlock Lake, the purest natural brewing water in the US of A.
For goodness sake.
And nature's finest hops and grain.
Just look at it. Oh, my.
Combined in a special way, they produce the Jenny secret, lightness with flavor in Genesee beer.
That looks just yummy, Swami. Swami, however did you do it?
'Tis nothing. I simply call upon my Jenny.
Isn't that pronounced Genie?
Not on this commercial.
Peels, glorious Peels, the beer with the long-lasting head. With the smooth lager flavor and glorious crown, it holds in the flavor all the way down. Oh, it's Peels, glorious Peels. Oh, what a wonderful beer. Have a good meal with it, drink a good deal of it. Glorious, glorious Peels.
And the reason Peels taste so wonderfully good, so gloriously refreshing, is because it has a natural flavor lid, a long-lasting head that seals in all the smooth lager flavor like the lid on a stein used to do. That's why Peels gives you smooth lager flavored glass after glass after glass.
Have a good meal with it, drink a good deal of it. Glorious, glorious Peels. Glorious, glorious Peels.
Pardon me, baby, but what's a nice beer like you doing in a can like this? Don't you know bottling or canning beer removes a lot of the taste?
I'm different.
Yeah, that's what they all say. But for real beer taste, give me draft beer. Nobody's figured out a way to bottle that.
We have.
Ertles has? Tell me about it.
Ertles has microfiltration. That's better than the pasteurizing that takes away that good draft beer taste. Here. Non-filling, microfiltered brew. Ertles real draft beer.
Say, you are different. Ertles is real draft beer.
I'm True Brew. For fresh, non-filling draft beer. Which would you rather have?
I'd rather have you, baby.
Here's the beer you're looking for. P-O-C means pleasure on call.
The late one is still a great one when it's Busch Bavarian beer.
It's the old pro fans dusting off the welcome mat of the friendliest place in town, your neighborhood tavern. It's National Tavern Month, and that means that the local pub is the scene of special good times all through the merry month of May. See me there while you're watching the CBS Game of the Week, brought to you by Full Staff, of course. Hey, innkeeper, show the fans the best in cool refreshment. There's a sight for sore eyes, and it's a treat for thirsty throats. Puts me in mind the words of that renowned bard of the brass rail. Me. Goes something like this: Tavern Month and all through the year, go, go, go for Falstaff, that is my beer.
An invitation from the King of Beers. Live life, every golden minute of it. Enjoy Budweiser, every golden drop of it. Cold, golden, Budweiser. Budweiser.
Sure.
What a blue ribbon day.
Open a beer. What do you hear? Why, it sounds like Pabst. Listen here.
Pabst. Pabst.
Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. Pabst is the beer that speaks for itself. It speaks with authority. It says, well done, now have a beer. It speaks of fellowship and good cheer. It says it in one word, listen here.
Pabst.
Blue Ribbon Beer.
Pabst speaks for itself. It says, well done, here's your refreshing reward. For all your blue ribbon moments, make it Pabst, because Pabst makes it perfect. Pabst Blue Ribbon, so much better for so little more.
A time for fun, a job well done for Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. It's fun to relax and join your friends with Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. For fellowship, companionship, drink a toast delicious and clear. Pabst makes it perfect when good friends meet for Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. Come pour, we invite you to pour a Pabst Blue Ribbon toast. Clearly refreshing, that bright golden brew. Clearly delicious, Pabst flavor comes through. Come pour and drink a toast with Pabst
good times with good friends, and Pabst makes it perfect. Clearly refreshing, clearly delicious. That's Pabst Blue Ribbon. Over 100 million barrels since 1844.
Come pour, we invite you to pour a Pabst Blue Ribbon toast.
Clearly refreshing, Pabst is a bright golden brew. Clearly delicious, Pabst flavor comes through.
Come pour and drink a toast with Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Down by the old mill stream, that's where they brew that good old Dutch beer. Oh, that's with the right touch. Brewed for pleasure, brewed for fun, enjoyed by everyone. Refreshing old Dutch beer. One beer to have when you're having more than one. Schaefer, pleasure doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world for people who are having fun. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
There are times when only an ice-cold beer will do. And there are times, like this one, when it's got to be Schaefer. Schaefer, like any fine beer, tastes wonderful in that first cold glass. But, and this is what really sets Schaefer apart, the pleasure of this beer doesn't fade after one glass or two. Even after your thirst is gone, the pleasure of ice-cold Schaefer keeps coming on. Your last one is every bit as rewarding as your first. That's why
Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Know the real joy of good living. Move up to Schlitz.
With just the kiss of the hops. Mr. Hopkiss, the kiss of the hops in Schlitz. Mr. Hopkiss, what's the secret of the kiss of the hops? Ah, timing. For example, the tea bag in tea. Not enough time, weak. Too much time, bitter. And it's the same with hops in beer. Too few hops, too little time, weak flavor. Too much time, too much hops, bitter. But Schlitz times hops perfectly to get just the kiss of the hops.
Know the real joy of good living. Move up to Schlitz.
The beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Know the real joy of good living. Move up to Schlitz.
With just the kiss of the hops. Mr. Hopkiss, the kiss of the hops in Schlitz. Mr. Hopkiss, Schlitz is never bitter, always delicate in flavor. Why? Hops. But all brewers use hops. Too much hops, harsh, bitter. Too few hops, no personality. But Schlitz uses just the kiss of the hops. A perfect blend, beautiful music, refreshing flavor.
Know the real joy of good living. Move up to Schlitz.
the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Who is the ale man? Who can he be? Who is the ale man?
He's Eugene Burdick, best-selling novelist, marine explorer, ale man. Ballantine ale man, naturally. How does he describe a Ballantine ale? 6 words. Bolder, keener, more to the point. In his book, there's only one ale, Ballantine, brewed to a costlier, superior true ale formula. No wonder it's the choice of 3 out of 4 ale men among all national brands. Let Ballantine make an ale man out of you. What do you say?
Who is the ale man? He could be you, a man with a thirst for a manlier brew. 3 out of 4 men every time choose the bolder, keener tasting ale, Ballantine. Who is the ale man? Who can he be?
He's Colin Ratsey, famous sail manufacturer, company president, ale man. A man with a thirst for a manlier brew. Day is done, the race is won. Now hear this, all hands on deck for enjoyment. And that could only mean ale, Ballantine ale. Ballantine, the ale man's ale. Bolder, keener, more to the point. The choice of 3 out of 4 ale men among all national brands. Let Ballantine make an ale man out of you.
Who is the ale man? He could be you, a man with a thirst for a manlier brew. 3 out of 4 men every time choose the bolder, keener tasting ale, Ballantine.
Hi. Here, have a Blatz while I get the food ready.
Thanks.
What a perfect day for a picnic.
Hey. You know, if I didn't have the can right in my hand, I'd say this beer came straight from the tap.
Hold everything. Let's hear that again.
If I didn't have the can right in my hand, I'd say this beer came straight from the tap.
Blatz tastes so good because it's all draft brewed. Some brewers make a different beer for bottles and cans than they do for the tap. But we take our draft brewed beer, pasteurized of course, bottle it, and can it. That's why Blatz tastes so good. I'm from Milwaukee and I ought to know why Blatz beer tastes great wherever you go. All Blatz is draft brewed, that's why you hear.
Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
Draft brewed Blatz, Milwaukee's favorite premium beer, now at local prices.
Boy, Al, this is some layout.
I'm glad you like it.
Here, have a Blatz.
Ah, thanks. I've almost finished this locomotive. Just have to paint it.
Hey, you know, if I didn't have the bottle right in my hand, I'd say this beer came straight from the tap.
Hold everything. Let's hear that again.
If I didn't have the bottle right in my hand, I'd say this beer came straight from the tap.
Blatz tastes so good because it's all draft brewed. Some brewers make a different beer for bottles and cans than they do for the tap. But we take our draft brewed beer, pasteurized of course, bottle it, and can it. That's why Blatz tastes so good. I'm from Milwaukee and I ought to know why Blatz beer tastes great wherever you go. All Blatz is draft brewed, that's why you hear.
Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
Draft brewed Blatz, Milwaukee's favorite premium beer, now at local prices.
Why is Budweiser the largest selling beer in the world?
Why is Budweiser the largest selling beer in the world?
Oh, why is it the largest selling beer in the world?
Taste it, taste it, taste it, taste it,
Taste it, taste it. What is the only beer that's Beechwood aged?
Budweiser, Budweiser, Budweiser.
Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, a drinkability you will find in no other beer at any price.
Taste it, taste it, taste it, taste it,
Taste it, taste it. What beer is brewed with the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt? Budweiser! In other words, taste it!
lost in the desert, tortured by thirst, when suddenly on the horizon appears...
Got a glass?
A glass? Oh, come on, I thought you was dying of thirst.
I am. But you Budweiser people go to so much extra trouble and expense to get that famous Budweiser foam. And only a glass lets you enjoy the full benefit of exclusive Beechwood aging. Look at that.
Where'd you get the glass?
Aw, that's just a mirage. See? What'll I do now?
Oh, go ahead. Sometimes it just isn't convenient to have a glass.
Yeah. After all, it is Budweiser. That Bud, that's beer.
What a wonderful experience is spring in Colorado, abounding in the joy of living things, the new green growth upon the